Only a few managed to come back with the best, most valuable natural resources from different parts of the world. Eventually, they gain fame and fortune. Many more young men saw this opportunity, but they want a reassurance to have a better chance of coming back with the best natural resources from different parts of the world. But they could not bring their spice plants with them because it comes in trees and plants, on saddleback, limit of space, on sailboat, limit and value of water. The promise of fame and fortune insists that they want to obtain fame and fortune, so they waited for the correct season and harvested the most potent part of their spice plants. The fibrous spices they sun-dry, the succulent spices they preserve with vinegar. Managed to travel all over the world, first using the black peppercorn to disinfect food in a foreign land so that they do not die from food poisoning. Then they use the clove buds to disinfect their wounds when they are fighting against pirates, bandits and wild animals so that they do not die from wound infection. Eventually using the clove buds to disinfect the water resource when they are drinking from natural lakes and streams and waterfalls so they do not die from water contamination. Eventually they needed their internal organ system to be in good working order as they travel through many regions with different climates and conditions with the minimum resources so that they can achieve a maximum distance, still strong enough to drag, carry and transport the most valuable natural resources from different parts of the world. They needed the internal organs to be in good functioning order. They preserved star anise and cinnamon. Today the oil of these two spices has been confirmed by modern science as natural steroid, and cinnamon verum spice cinnamon oil is confirmed to have tremendous healing properties for soft tissue. Today pharmaceutical science is using cinnamon oil as a treatment and cure for diabetic 2 complications and many hormonal diseases and complications. Yeah? But these two spices you should not grind into a powder because the fibers are toxic to humans. Yeah, it's only the oil through cooking, heating, boiling and baking that is highly beneficial to our system. Yeah? So, because of the high demand of these two spices in modern pharmaceutical products, there are fake spices. Yeah, so these are fake cinnamon, fake star anise, and these are real star anise. Different plant, but both the flower pods of different plants has been passed off for more than 100 years, more than 3 generations, as the spice. In Japan today, if you were to use this even for an insecticide or a pesticide, the law in Japan can jail you to a maximum of 40 years for trying to kill insects with them. Okay, but this is the real spice, which in the ancient Asian civilization was a very important spice for laborers, slaves, soldiers, farmers, hunters.
What does it call?
Star anise, steroids. It gives you very good endurance. It gives you very fast healing properties. This one is a poison. Yeah, this is known commonly as the Japanese star anise. Star anise. And this is known commonly as star anise.
How to differentiate?
The fragrance is the same?
No, fragrance is different.
How to differentiate?
You smell this one?
Poison.
Yes.
You can taste it.
No taste. This is the original. Boxiang plant. Boxiang miso. This is soothe and smooth. That is heavy and coarse and has a burning sensation.
How to differentiate?
Huh?
How to differentiate?
You got to know the fragrance. You got to know the shape is different.
The shape?
The shape is very different. See the shape? There is a point up. This one don't have the point up.
Point up.
The point up. Yeah. This one is a better example. Yeah.
อันนี้ของจริงแต่ของจริงแล้วกลิ่นมันยังไม่โน่ก็จะขึ้นมาหรือเห็นนะมันมี point up ขึ้น point up คืออะไร
Okay.
มันมุมยีขึ้น
To confirm a spice,
อันนี้ของ
you must understand or know the definition of a spice. So what is the definition of a spice? Do you know? The definition of a spice according to ancient journals is any plant that has the ability to help your body heal or heal your body by itself through the use of your minimum 3 senses. Sense of fragrance, sense of taste, sense of touch. These are the basic use of spices. That's the definition. But there are some spices that can heal you through your 5 senses. These are the most expensive and the most respected spices since ancient time. The nutmeg is recorded in ancient journals as the king of spice. Why? If you know how to use nutmeg, if you understand how the body reacts to nutmeg, and you understand the reaction of your body towards the seasons, you do not need the other spices. The only spice in the world that in your body is warm, like these spices, on your body is soothing and relaxing, like the lime. So there are no other spice in the world that has this effect. That is why 500 over years ago, the Europeans came to the Indonesian Spice Islands and fought each other for this spice because they do not have enough spice to trade with gold. They have too much gold, but they don't have enough spice to trade with. So they fought each other and killed each other. There were the British, the Spanish, the Dutch, and the French. So they fought each other, which today is recorded as the Spice War, so that they can bring this spice back to Europe to save king and country from plagues. Today, according to modern pharmaceutical science, there are none as effective as nutmeg against plague, even today with modern science. That is why today, or 50 years ago, large European corporations tried to synthesize nutmeg. They failed miserably. They came out with LSD. That is why excessive use of amphetamines. Amphetamine is the failed project of nutmeg, the synthetic of nutmeg. 50 over years ago. Amphetamine is the failed project of large corporations in Europe trying to synthesize nutmeg active ingredients in preparation for the next plague 50 over years ago.
So nutmeg is better than amphetamine.
Yes. And this is the most potent natural hallucinogenic element known to man. Second only comes to coca. Okay? So, whoever swallows this nut in a single serving will never see the third sunrise. Yes.
เอาชิมเลยครับ
ไม่มีใครกล้าใคร
ตายสิ ไม่ได้เห็นพระอาทิตย์อ่ะ
Inhale softly, yeah? If not, your friends will have to carry you out.
ไม่ได้เห็นพระอาทิตย์ขึ้นแหละ
ตายเหรอ
ทำเครื่องเทศไงทำพริกแกงไง
ช่วยเอามาทำเครื่อง
หอมอะไรเงี้ย
ก็ใส่นิดเดียวไง ใส่นิดเดียว
เราไม่ชอบ
ก็ใส่นิดเดียวเอง
Okay, listen carefully, yeah?
กิน1 เม็ดถึงไม่ต้องตื่น
ทำไมมันไม่หลับ
หรือว่าหลับสบาย
ไม่รู้ว่าไม่ตื่นเลยอ่ะ
จะเป็นหุ้น
What do you mean that they will see sunlight? They sleep or not sleep?
What is it?
If you eat one nutmeg,
You will die
die.
from hallucination.
Hallucinate.
Okay, listen, this is what you will never find on the internet and in modern science. This is recorded in ancient Chinese
Medicine.
and Indian medicinal journals.
Ayurveda.
Nutmeg, when used properly, is a relaxant. When used higher than a relaxant, it is a stimulant. When used higher than a stimulant, it's a booster. When used higher than a booster, it's a hallucinogen. When used higher than a hallucinogen, it is a poison.
What is the dose?
Poison. Yeah? It depends on how frequent you use it. But I can tell you for many Europeans that I introduce nutmeg, yeah, a little bit. For example, like that. They chew. And after that, they take Coca-Cola. Immediately, they say they want to go back and sleep. Even the one that drink a lot of alcohol. Penang Island in Balai Pulau. Today, Penang Island produces the highest quality nutmeg to the world for the 70 over years. This is claimed by the corporations in Europe. Yeah? Fresh nutmeg juice, if you take it slowly, you will feel very relaxed and you want to go to sleep. Yeah, fresh nutmeg juice. But you must add in the pickled sour plum. If not, you are taking cyanide water.
Huh?
Yes.
Boy.
Wait.
The fresh nutmeg juice, you cannot take it without the pickled sour plum. If not the neat nutmeg juice is cyanide water. Yes. So now you know the pickled sour plum neutralizes cyanide. Natural
It's
cyanide.
a salted sour plum or
Pickled sour plum.
pickled sour plum.
The dry one.
The dry one. This is the dry one.
Yes.
Wait.
When you drink that, you cannot get diseases of nature. This is what is recorded in the journal. That's why nutmeg was traded so many thousands of years ago among the northerners. The Europeans only knew about it about 500 over years ago when they were suffering major plagues, and the Egyptians and the Middle Eastern told them that you need to go to the Lucas Islands with gold to trade for this, and that's how they sailed the uncharted pirated seas trying to look for the spice trails, which then many European ships actually died or killed by pirates and bandits using the routes. That's why the spice trade was so important to them then to save king and country.
So it's good to take in the sour plum.
Yes.
ใส่ในน้ำบ๊วยบ๊วยแดงบ๊วยเค็มกินกับบ๊วยเค็
Not
ม
all spices are hot and spicy. Yeah. All limes are spice plants. The most expensive spices in the world are not hot spicy spices. Hot spices are the disinfecting spices. Soothing, relaxing, and calming spices are the healing spices. So vanilla is a very good example of a spice that is not spicy. Today it is known as the queen of spice and the second most expensive spice in the world. Second, vanilla. Fragrant rose is a spice plant. Fragrant ones, not the not fragrant ones. Fragrant traditional rose are spice plants because you can drink it, you can eat it, you can smell it, and the massage oil, the rose oil is very expensive. Why is it expensive?